I got it. I was just making
I got
fun.
everything here
You
by
said
myself.
all, so I said the children?
You can. I
We're
would ask
bringing
the
the children
parents.
home.
No, I need to ask the parents. I can steal their children.
Huh?
No, we're saying we could. It's just going to be challenging, but it sounds like it won't be challenging at all.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
That thing that he gave us is not ours. It's the Q3 ours.
No.
Do you hear this? Do you hear this? It's not very okay. That no one like him. Stands. Nothing stands. Yeah. See? Yeah. Okay.
Ready? Word.
Is it?
Well, no.
I know. I was talking to Dad about that.
Did Key and I break it?
Oh, no, I just turned down my volume.
No, I was just hitting the ground lift because we were getting a little bit of buzz because we're plugged into a million different things. But
sense.
now we can't hear it, so we're good.
Cool. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Oh, the buzz wasn't for me.
It was. You were doing it today too.
No. All I do is buzz.
Huh?
This shows so many tears. Don't put it on that. Thank you. That's very helpful. My ankles is hurt.
Oh, this is a very formal event. I gotta be like. Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna take a photo of the family. It's too late.
No, I'm not scared about performing. I'm scared.
Yep. Now's the time.
Got it.
You're picking everything? Okay, Jasmine.
Start us off. Okay, one.
No, I don't speak in the first one. Yeah.
One,
Did you stand there all alone? Oh, I cannot explain what's going down. I can see you standing next to me, in or out, somewhere else right now. You sigh, look away, hide behind that baby face, close your eyes, so afraid. I can see it clear as day. Do 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 do. You can drive all night, searching for the answers in the pouring rain. You wanna find peace of mind, looking for the answers. Funny how it seemed like yesterday. As I recall, you were looking out of place, gathered Okay. For anybody who can hear me, hi. We are Proclamations of a Poet. We are from Innovation High School, which is a teen band, and we are playing you guys music tonight in the background, and really appreciate the opportunity to be here and play. We have 2 more covers for you, and then 2 originals and a surprise later. So thank you so much, and we hope that you enjoy. I'm in your way. You break the foot that you're standing on. I'll walk with the other one. Do what you want to do, what you want to be, what you want to be, what you want to. Go on and step on me. You're free to have everything you can see. All that you want from me. Free to be all that you want to be. Do what you want with me. Oh, I think you're spinning inside my head. I think of you all the time, 'cause you're in my way. Oh, I think you're holding that heart of mine. Squeeze it apart, that's fine. Do what you want to do, what you want to be, what you want to be, what you want to. Go on and step on me. We're free to have everything you can see. All that you want from me. Do what you want to do, what you want to be, what you want to be, what you want to. Go on and step on me. You're free to have everything you can see. All that you want from me. Free to be all that you want to be. Do what you want to me. Go on and step on me. Go on and step on me. Go ahead and step on me. Yeah, we did good. We're doing good. Take a deep breath. You guys are doing great. Okay, so I just want to give a thank you to all of my wonderful bandmates and introduce you to anybody who's listening. You've got Jasmine Bowler on keys. We've got Kenai Lau on guitar. We've got Finn McAuliffe on bass. We've got Olivia Crowley on drums. And then I'm Sunny Baker, and I am your vocalist. Thank you so much. This next one will be our last cover, and then we will switch into originals. And yet again, we just hope that you like it. Thank you. Submarines. I believe submarines underneath deep blue sea. Saw the flags, Japanese. No one will believe me. Ran back to the town bar and I told the people how I had seen a submarine, and everyone laughed aloud. I did spy a periscope, dead of night on the eastern coast. The police made them jokes, told me I'd seen a ghost. Everyone thinks I'm a liar, no one knows the truth. If it was a bigger fire, I would be on the roof. Ships will rust in Baldwin Bay. No one trusts what I say. Oh my God, no one paid. Overnight, my hair turned gray. In the end, it boils down to credibility. I had none, so I will die with the secrets of the sea. Submarines, yeah. Okay, so this next one that we're playing is The Loudness of the Walls. This is an original, so we wrote it. And yeah, I don't know. I think this one is sort of about, at face value, moving into a house and renovating it. But on like a deeper level, which you'll see kind of later in the song, it's really about changing something for the things that make it unique, because the things that you once liked about it, you end up not liking. And yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll let you decide what you think of it, but this is very early, so it's just acoustic on this one. Thank you. Move in the house in May. It's washed up in printed antique. The walls in the kitchen are yellow. You swear the tiles can speak. A bedroom on the first floor, an attic with some dust, heights carved in the doorway, Sharpie stains and rust. You picked it for its livelihood, the story in the wood. You smile to your loved ones, say that you pick good. The ghost in the house invites you for tea. You meet the new neighbors, new friends you foresee. You notice pretty soon the planks are a weird shade. You find a good solution, a house remade. Just one little change. The living room's more neutral now. You break part of the sink. You give it your best effort. I see expert what he thinks. He says it's pretty old, take some money to repair. He shows you new designs you plan when you will tear. By December, the house is fresher, the colors just weren't great. The loudness of the walls is gone, your cabinet full of plates. The walls are refinished, the couches are brown. The Sharpie and divots are repainted and gone. Your neighbor brings up the house looks so new. You smile with pride, it's so much more you. Just one more little change. You're embarrassed about expression, it's just not your vibe. It's too much for your guests, you know what is best. Repainting the walls to match, you covered all the life in all the cracks. History was carved into the stain on the fridge and all the wood. The scratches and dents that showed where all of the chairs stood. The homemade chair cushions, the fireplace bricks. You treated the house as someone to fix. The house is all you now, the tiles don't talk, the yellow walls are missing, that one door now locks. The flaws and features are not the same thing. Beware the changes you bring. Just one little change. Until you're all that remains. Thank you.
I bestow upon you.
The guitar.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this thing is so sweet.
My hands.
It's so sweet. What time is it? Okay. Okay. So this last one that we have for you tonight is another original. This is actually our first song that we've released, so it's out on like all streaming services. It's called "I Used to Be So Light," and you can find it under Proclamations of a Poet, which is our band name. And yeah, I think when writing this one, I was really trying to put into words what is so hard to put into words. Those sort of things and events in your life that happen that you just don't quite know how to move on from and really change who you are as a person. So I hope that anyone out there who has had something like that happen to them can listen to this and really resonate and understand that they are not alone and that you may lose that so-called light, but it doesn't make you lesser. And it doesn't make you incomplete. So, without further ado, our last song, "I Used to Be So Light." Can you move the mic down a little? Thank you. You are dying. What more is there to say? A best friend, a villain, a body born decay. You are dying. I find myself in fragments, stuck with you like magnets. Our secrets built its grave. I remember when you made me feel whole. A show to play on TV, half-eaten popcorn bowl. I remember so little and too much. Did your laugh come out in punches? Do you remember your touch like I do? Was any of it true? Am I more than your view? Is it still a lie to you? Warm and contradicting, like a predator constricting. The rattle that you shook is tattooed on my eardrums. At one point in evolution, believed you were divine solution. Wisdom sent me my frank, but the cross compels your sin. Flies did follow the rock that I did swallow. The lies I told my mom, the cries I hid from God. A drug that I'm addicted, a scar we both inflicted, a mirror of my suffering. Our voices used to sing. Did I lose when you hit the cruise? Is pain something we choose? Is it still a lie to you? single star shines bright. I'm in limbo of our every night. I used to be so light.
Thank you guys so much for having us tonight. We really appreciate you. I think now we just hang out, I guess. We finished a little early, but that's okay.
No, I almost just want to.
Something.
I wish there.
Yeah, they're gonna call me up for that though.
Yeah.
No, we should just wait.
Is that your guys' set? Good job.
It's a little early, but that's okay.
Yeah, you guys sound great.
Thank you.
No, seriously.
I'm glad. It's really hard to hear anything
No,
actually.
I know.
I know.
I
You
can't
sounded
hear you
really
at
good.
all.
No, you sounded awesome. Yeah, seriously. This is a horrible room for sound because it just bangs around.
Yeah, I can hear you
Can't
fine.
hear anything. Usually they'll put like, you would. Usually they'll give you monitors so you can kind of hear, but it's a little bit like playing a memory. That sounded great, guys. Nice job.
think that Adderall would make me not. Said that out loud. I didn't think that it would make me seem not more neurodivergent. I guess it's just too powerful, too strong for a doctor's medicine. I'm a little star sparkling through. She's a single little star. Did you know? Did you know?
Good evening. Could you hear that? Okay. Good evening. All right. Good evening, everyone. My name's Billy Etter. I'm the president of the Spokane Scholars Foundation, and on behalf of the foundation's board of directors, I'd like to welcome everyone to our 33rd annual Spokane Scholars Foundation Banquet. Please rise for the presentation of the colors by the Rogers High School Air Force Junior ROTC under command of Colonel Dan Nielsen, and for our national anthem performed by Innovation High School Ensemble under the direction of Mr. Matt Heritage.
Other guard, hold. Left, haste. Reset. Other.
Hello?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
March!
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated for our invocation.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Maggie Crawford. I'm one of the founding members of the Board of Spokane Scholars Foundation. Our invocator tonight is Dr. Margot Hill Ferguson, who is a Spokane tribal member and grew up on the Spokane Indian Reservation. Dr. Hill served as the Spokane tribal attorney for over a decade and as a Coeur d'Alene tribal court judge. She earned her Juris Doctorate from Gonzaga School of Law and her Master's of Urban and Regional Planning from Eastern Washington University. She's a professor at Eastern Washington, where she teaches urban planning classes and American Indian law. She's received many accolades, including being chosen as a Spokesman Review Woman of the Year. Dr. Hill?
Heo, putisin kasihu putisin kweli putisilich lacht. Luis Quest Zipani, Lusin Yapensin Quest, Margot Hill. To be a scholar takes sacrifice, dedication, discipline, and hard work. I take just a moment to reflect on one of Spokane's original scholars. It was in 1825 when Hudson Bay's George Simpson wrote to Alexander Ross that he wished to have 2 Native American boys to be educated at the school. The schooling would be conducted by missionaries, now Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, the Red River School. For Indigenous people, we understood that religion meant power. And if they were to meet the challenges that the newcomers brought, they would need to possess and learn this power also. Simpson arrived at the Spokane House on April 8th, 1825, and he met with the 8 chiefs, and they decided that the chief's sons would travel to get this education, Spokane Gary and Kootenai Pelly. They were selected. Chief Spokane Gary later would as he would later be known, was only 14 at the time. On April 12th, the voyagers were ready to leave and slip into boats into the water. The chief sat before them on decorated buffalo robes. Imagine, if you will, the dogs and horses were everywhere. Simpson and the Hudson Bay Trading Company, they were anxious to leave, but the chiefs would not be rushed. The two boys, Spokane Gary and Kootenai Pelly, were brought before the white man visitors. Standing to his feet, Ilumicum Spokane, who our great city is named after, spoke and addressed Simpson and Ross. He said, "You see, we have given you our children, not our servants, but our own children. Our children are our hearts. We give them to you, but bring them back again before they have become non-Indian. We wish to see them as Squelich, as Indians again. Let them not get sick or die, or we will get sick and we will die." These two young men traveled with the missionaries. They began their trek by foot. They had to travel over mountain passes. For days and days, the pass had several feet of snow. Kootenai Pelly was about 12, and he was distressed and heartsick for home. He was tired of walking the hard walk in the trek, and Gary comforted him, and he pointed out a bird, and they became great friends. They rode horses hundreds of miles that brought them to Fort Edmonton, and they stayed 14 days before they once again started their journey on the Saskatchewan River. They traveled over 1,200 miles to Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, the Red Ribbon Mission School. So young scholars, today we honor you. We honor your hard work, your sacrifice, your dedication and discipline. And we ask that as you move on to your next step in your journey, that you remember all the people that stood alongside you, your parents, your families, your teachers, the administrators of our schools. And we ask now this in prayer. Chawish, in our language we say, Lem lem shkulin sutent, lem lem shlo puchut, shlo ani shlo lem lem shlo CCUs. Creator, we just pray for these young people, for their hard work, and we pray for them to continue their journey in a safe way. We pray, we pray for all of these young people and our old people. And Creator, as they begin their journeys on their next step, we honor them. In our language, we say, CCUs, else. Creator, that we thank them for their hard work. Lemlemsh, komiatzahith. In our language, we say CCUs. This does not just simply mean smart, it means capable. Young people, we honor you. Lemlemsh.
Please continue to eat once your meal is served. I want to give a short history of the foundation and the board. The Spokane Scholars Foundation was created in 1992 by a group of Spokane professionals and business people who observed that academic excellence within Spokane County was not receiving appropriate recognition by the community. Publicity seemed reserved for activities other than pure academic achievement. And the focus of the Spokane Scholars Foundation since its inception has been unwavering in its commitment to honor scholarly success, which is the product of effort and intellect. Since 1993, the Spokane Scholars Foundation has recognized excellence in academic performance by our region's top high school seniors by providing an annual venue for the community to bring these superstar scholars together to a public banquet to praise them for their achievements in the classroom. Since that first year, the Spokane Scholars Foundation has recognized over 3,800 scholars, selected more than 530 award recipients, and distributed more than $1.6 million in cash awards and matching awards from participating schools. The foundation's first banquet was held in 1993, and every year since, for the past 33 years, area high schools have been asked to identify their top students in each of 6 disciplines: English, fine arts, mathematics, science, social studies, and world languages. And something special about our 33rd banquet this evening is the board made it a mission this past year to increase our fundraising efforts. So this will be the first year that we actually offer 5 different award recipients in every category: $5,000, $4,000, $3,000, $2,000, and $1,000. Please remember, though, that every student here this evening is a Spokane Scholar and represents the best senior high school students in the Spokane region. Scholars, you are not nominees. You are all award recipients. From this day forward, you will be a Spokane Scholar. And I'd like to note that last week in the Spokesman Review, we had a 2 full-page color ad with photos of each of the 2025 scholars. Some additional information about the organization itself is we are an all-volunteer board. We have no employees. Every single cent we raise each year is used for medallions, banquet expenses, and our financial awards. And our speakers always appear free of charge. I also want to single out one of our former board members who is here with us this evening. I think he's seated at table 5. He's reluctantly standing up. Kevin Weberg. Please give Kevin a round of applause. Kevin served on our board for 11 years and was instrumental in digitizing our application process, which any of the scholars here, their parents, and counselors and teachers at our participating high schools know what a process that would be. Lastly, I want to thank our generous donors who really do make this evening possible. Funding originates for the banquet from all of the donors listed in your program. In addition, I want to single out our major underwriters, and please hold your applause until the end. Our academic category sponsors for 2025. For our English category, it's STCU, the Here for Good Foundation. Our Fine Arts category, it's the Dr. Jonathan A. Holloway Family Foundation. Mathematics category, Hanson Industries Incorporated. Science category, Dennis and Norma Jean Hanson Foundation. Social Studies, the Stacy and Ann Coles Family Fund. And World Languages, Dr. Hampton Irwin Family Fund. Our 2025 ticket sponsors are William and Danette Ulrich. Our 2025 medallion sponsors are Pyrotech and Mr. Don Ting. And our 2025 program sponsors are the Tom and Ruth Ann Johnson Family Fund and Wagstaff Engineering, Inc., a 32-year donor to the Spokane Scholars Foundation. You may now applaud. Once again, please continue to enjoy your meal as it's served, and we will have our banquet speaker up shortly. Thank you.
Good evening. This is not a plea for you to eat faster, but we have a lot to do tonight, so we wanted to get going. So please continue to eat. You don't have to look at me or anything for this. My name is John Keeve. I'm a board member, and it's my great pleasure to introduce tonight's speaker. For at least 8,000 years, people have inhabited the banks of the Spokane River, which has provided food, water, hydropower, transportation, recreation, habitat for many species of fish and wildlife, and myriad opportunities for generations. Despite its many wonderful attributes, our river has not been treated kindly for decades and continues to face threats to its clean water and ecosystem. This evening's speaker has been a staunch advocate for and protector of this lifeblood of our community. The importance of his work as the Spokane River Keeper cannot be overstated. As a teacher, archaeologist, and environmental activist, he has improved the health of the Spokane River and our community, and truly demonstrates the value of lifelong learning. Our speaker has now transitioned to working with the Upper Columbia United Tribes to reduce toxic chemicals that pollute our endangered waterways and environment. It is my honor and privilege to introduce this evening's speaker, Jerry White, Jr.
Well, thank you very much. That's a lovely introduction. It's incredibly gratifying to be here tonight in a room like this that is such a concentration of talent, skills, and creative people, students, young people who are extraordinarily hard workers. So I just want to say I so much appreciate getting to be here and getting to talk to you tonight. As Jonathan said, I'm Jerry White Jr. I used to say I'm your Spokane River Keeper. I no longer am your Spokane River Keeper. I am a resident of Spokane and a person who absolutely continues to interact with the river and love the river at every turn. And so what I'm going to do tonight is I'm just going to tell you a little story. I'm going to tell you all a little story about who I am, how I came to be the river keeper, what a river keeper is, and then I'm going to share with you a central observation. Now, the river is magic, I believe, and the river has many, many lessons to teach all of us. But I'm going to share one with you tonight that I thought was something very special for me, and I'm hoping that you will find it so as well. So let's see if I can, so I was born in 1963. I was born in Corvallis, Oregon, and this picture was taken in 1964. It was the year of a huge flood on the Willamette River, and I was born in Corvallis, Oregon, right on the Willamette River, and I still have a memory at 3 years old of being in the back seat of my mother's car as she drove behind a semi-truck that was pushing all of that flood water away so she could make it through. And that was my really first memory of a river, and it must have found its way into my blood because I've never been far from a river ever since. This photo is of my grandfather, Clyde Basler. He went by the name of Red, and myself. And on the right is a gorgeous Chinook salmon, a native fish that was caught near Milwaukee, Oregon on the Willamette River in '64. As it happens, my grandfather was called the Wizard of the Willamette River. He had an incredible ability to catch salmon when no one else could catch a salmon. And he ended up many times on the magazine Salmon Trout Steelheader for those folks that follow such disciplines as trout fishing and steelheading. And he really taught me, he further taught me to love rivers, to love fishing, and to love interacting with nature. So at 3 years old, we moved up to Spokane, Washington. Actually, we moved to Cheney. My father was a professor out at Eastern. My mother was the first city councilwoman in Cheney. It's a town incorporated in 1883. And so community work also was in my blood. And in 1974, during the Expo World's Fair, I actually came into Spokane. I was in the 5th grade. Of course, this was the 70s, so in the 5th grade, they basically said, all right, you in the 5th grade class, just don't get lost, meet us back here at such and such time, and off we went. And it was a wonderland of world's expositions. But the one thing that I do remember is actually leaning over what I think was the Howard Street Bridge with a bunch of buddies of mine over the railing, and we looked down into the river, and there were several giant fish swimming right there in the river. I'm sure they were large-scale suckers, but again, it was one of those moments that I think captured me forever. The Spokane River had me hooked at that point. So what happened is, over the course of growing up, I did leave for a couple of years and went to Bellingham and studied anthropology. But basically, my wife and I found our way back to the bank of the Spokane River. And to this very moment, we live in the west central neighborhood, just downriver. right along the bank of the Spokane River. This is just below my house. Two of these boys are my sons, and I was a school teacher at this point. And by the way, it's pretty gratifying to get to see some of the faces of parents that I had once taught and teachers that I taught with, and you all know who you are. So this is how our summers were spent. I've got a fly rod in my hand, and the boys are out there ratting around looking for crayfish and throwing rocks in the river. Really a pretty wonderful way for me to be a young dad and for those two guys to grow up. Of course, I was always chasing fish. I don't actually, this is a funny picture, this is my drift boat. I don't actually love this photo because I'm doing what's called a classic hero shot. You must know at this point in time, I don't even, when I hook a fish, I've gotten so tender-hearted, I just leave them in the water and gently unhook them and don't take them out of the water. But this is down below the house in a boat, and that is a native red band trout. So I began to volunteer for organizations. I sat on the board of Trout Unlimited. I got involved in a number of local issues to protect the river and protect trout. And I really, again, that community work woke up in my soul. And I tilted into it. And so in 2011, I applied for the Spokane Riverkeeper, feeling that I might be ready for such a job. I did not get the job. Okay, so if there are students out there actually listening, remember, please keep trying. Please stay at your dreams. The second time I applied for the job in 2014, I did get the job. And I felt like at that time, I still feel like I had arrived. While teaching was a magnificent journey for me, being the riverkeeper was really a peak experience. And so I was the Spokane Riverkeeper between 2014 and 2024. What is a riverkeeper, you might be wondering? I mean, there are people who think, well, gee, a riverkeeper sounds like someone would wear a large wizard hat and have a cape and a staff, and, you know, it's not quite like that. A riverkeeper is an advocate for the river, and really an advocate for the community. What is an advocate, you might ask? The best way I can explain it is this. I had a friend one time that went to the hospital, and he got out after a day or two, and I asked him, Wayne, how are you doing? How are you feeling? He said, I'm doing pretty good, but really the experience was much better because I had my wife, who was a nurse, right there with me. And at every turn, she was connecting me to the surgeon, to my general practitioner, to the pharmacist, to other specialists. She was a person that was right there at his side, making sure and that he was getting the best care possible. And that's really what an advocate does, and that's what a riverkeeper does for the river. These are a couple of our employees here, Jewel Schultz and Katie Thompson, both of whom are still working for the organization. And Jewel is actually formally the riverkeeper now. We were a member of the Waterkeeper Alliance. Some of you may know the original waterkeepers on the Hudson River that went and protected the Hudson River. They founded the Waterkeeper Alliance. There's over 500 waterkeepers worldwide now. It's a global organization. And I had the honor to meet the Tigris Riverkeeper at one time. These are the kinds of experiences I was blessed to get to have. The Tigris Riverkeeper, whose name was Nabil Musa, and Nabil told me that at times to go patrol his river, to go look after his river and advocate, he had to hire armed escorts. These are some of the most passionate people on earth. some of the most educated people on earth. And they are a global alliance. And the Spokane Riverkeeper worked inside that global alliance as a local nonprofit for your river, the Spokane River. A few pieces of information about the river that I hope everybody, there'll be no quiz at the end of this, but I hope everybody retains. The river is 111 miles long. It actually starts at Coeur d'Alene Lake, and it runs through the Spokane Valley down to the Columbia River. The Spokane River once had a most magnificent run of salmon. There were 16 million salmon that came and went in the yearly cycle from the Columbia River. Some 300,000 of those came and went from the Spokane River. They got to be 100, 110, 120 pounds. They were really essential to the lifeway of Native people who, as my friend Margot will tell you, have been here since time immemorial. We know that science tells us that one of the longest continuously occupied cities in Washington State is right downriver at the confluence of Latah or Hangman Creek and the Spokane River. 8,000 years. 8,000 years people lived at that location and fished for salmon in a seasonal round. So the salmon were responsible for holding up entire civilizations in our region. And I am happy to say that the Upper Columbia United Tribes are now in the business of restoring those salmon, and one day those salmon will swim again in our waters. What does a riverkeeper do? So you see before you some bags of water, some of it very dirty, some of it very clean. We took samples. We had a volunteer science program where volunteers would take water quality samples every day. We worked with Trout Unlimited to do this, and we actually monitored the health or the pollution of Hangman or Latah Creek. You can see it's very muddy in this photograph. I'm happy to say that state policy is now changing as a result of that study. That fourth tier data is being logged into the Environmental Information Management System at the Department of Ecology, and very smart people are now considering that for special protection and recovery. My time would be spent doing what I call clean water defense. We have a Clean Water Act. We have a Washington Water Pollution Control Act. All of these are laws that are designed to protect your river for you, the public, and your values and your uses. So I would dig into permits. I would dig into the science and the law and make sure, as a community advocate, that those laws were being followed. We worked on water conservation. Many of you might not know, but we're up at the 98th percentile in water consumption per capita in our communities. That's quite a lot of water. Most of it used for irrigation purposes, like watering. This is not a problem until we're watering the streets. So one of the ordinances I'm very proud of having helped and had a hand in passing was that which tries to reduce waste on the part of irrigation systems and keep that beautiful, valuable water in the river where it belongs for fish and for people. And then we have a massive litter pickup program. We had, I presided over this until 2024. And we did community cleanups. I think there was a community cleanup on Earth Day just this last weekend. Anybody could sign up and go out and pick litter up on the river. Maybe some of you did that this last weekend. It's still rolling. This was actually a site that Jewel Schultz, our litter program director, got me outside to get out of the office, go outside and help get some of that litter on the boat. And that's what the boat looked like when we got it loaded up. And so I got to be at the oars, and we brought that entire load down the river. Another big piece of my job was to be an advocate, not just an advocate, an ambassador for the river. So I was taking people out on the river on a regular basis. On this particular trip, we took the Spokane Tribal Council out, and we took out the Spokane City Council together. I've taken the mayor down the river. We've put all kinds of folks. We put Margot Hill down the river on a really lovely trip one day, actually more than once. So this is an essential part of river keeping, because really what we're trying to do, what we did there, was we were trying to not only connect people to the river and let the river do its magic, we were also trying to discover those connections to the river and lift up those connections. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people love this river, are connected to this river. They have relationships with this river, and the public advocate, river keeper, was in charge of protecting those connections. So I often found myself on the news, on the local stations, advocating for various pieces of issues that would help protect our river and bring attention to it. And at the end of the day, the spokesman wrote a very beautiful piece about the 10 years of work that we did there as an organization. And, I found myself with the pulpit very often. And as I look out and I think about all of the students, sort of really the strongest, brightest, most talented, skilled people in the room, there's going to be a day when you're occupying positions where you have the microphone, you have the pulpit, you can put your power to work as you wish. And the final observation I'm going to make about being a river keeper is going to come in the next moment. And I'm going to bring a friend on to tell that story about an observation as to how you might use that power. Nobody needs somebody my age up here lecturing you, so I'm only here to offer an observation that came from the river itself. Excuse me. This is Jesse Raposa. And, let me set him up for you. So we had a fundraising event where we decided, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go out and we're going to get many, many videos of people who are connected to the river. And we're going to ask them to discuss or talk about how they love the river or what the river has done for them, right? And lift those voices up. So Jesse was one of those voices, and he was a part of a small group that lives down by the Holy Names development below Spokane, downtown. And he picked up litter. He would show up with my friend Jim Tuck and pick up litter along with his mother and a number of other people from those apartments every Sunday. This is his story.
You're on.
All right. Hi, my name is Jesse Raposa. I'm down here at the Spokane River. It's a very beautiful day. I'm down here with a mutual acquaintance I've gained through this river, Jim Tuck. He asked me if I could share parts of my story, particularly how I can connect and relate to the river, or how it's important to me. I did do some thinking on that, and there is a lot of ways that I do connect to this river, but the biggest part of my story, the most important part I should say, the river has helped me get my life back, essentially. I was a heroin and methamphetamine addict for over 5 years. I never thought I would see the other side of that. It was a terrifying time in my life. I was homeless. I didn't have hope for much. The people in my life were just there to use. And when I finally found sobriety, the only healthy thing that has filled that in, that life that I had to shed, which was everything from people to things to habits. I found healing in this river. And something, we were down here yesterday cleaning up, and something that my mom said really resonated with me. She's also an addict. She's clean now too. And she said that this place has done something for her that she wasn't able to do for herself. And she explained it in a way that she wanted to do something for the river that the river couldn't do for itself. And I think that that's really important to pay that back. And I see that now. You know, I want nothing more than to give healing back to this place that has brought nothing but healing for me. And even though that's only one, be it significant chunk of how I relate to this place, it's the biggest one. And I could go on in other ways that it's helped me find healing, but today when I'm asked how I connect to this river, that's really what comes to mind, is that this place has given me something healthy to fill in where there was nothing but negative hopelessness.
So this isn't my wisdom after 10 years of being a river keeper, after 20 years of working on behalf of the river. This is Jesse's wisdom, and this is his wisdom from being connected to the river. And so the final observation I wanted to share with you really was for those of us in the room that are talented, that are skilled, that are bright, be you artists, be you engineers, be you scientists, it's critical, I believe. My observation is that it's critical that we use our own powers in a way in which we're not afraid to let that power pass through us and lift others up who may not have that power. The successful future for our community, I believe, lies in Jesse's simple but very wise words. Look around the community and do something for someone who can't do that thing for themselves, right? So I have hundreds of video clips of different kinds of people sharing things. I've had thousands of conversations over the years with people sharing river wisdom. But when I was asked to speak up here today to young people primarily, people who will be leaders in the world, you will be on the cover of newspapers, in the news, doing beautiful things, using your gifts for the world. But I do hope that you will remember these really simple, kind, and very wise words from Jesse Raposa. That's my observation, and that is my wish for you tonight. So thank you for letting me talk to you tonight, and it's been a joy to be up here and share with you. Thank you.
Jerry, we're going to ask you to stay up on the stage for just 1 minute here. On behalf of the board, we just want to thank you again for sharing your wisdom tonight. Hopefully we are all inspired to continue our journey of lifelong learning. Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you, John. So much appreciated.
Well, good evening. My name is Justin Bodejou, and I have the privilege of serving as the Vice President of the Spokane Scholars Foundation. We're now about to turn to the primary focus of tonight's banquet, the recognition of our scholars. But before we do, I think it's helpful if we lay out some context about our process tonight. The Spokane Scholars Foundation is proud to partner with 33 high schools across the greater Spokane area. These schools reflect the rich diversity of educational opportunities in our region, including public and private institutions in urban and rural settings, large and small student populations, secular and religious institutions, and both traditional and alternative learning models. We hang the banners of our participating schools around the banquet hall tonight to recognize the institutions that have helped develop these scholars. Many of these schools have been with us since the very beginning, 33 years ago, and along the way we've added new schools. This year, in our 33rd year, we're excited to add our 33rd school. Please help me in welcoming Mead Learning Options. Each fall, the foundation reaches out to participating schools to identify their top scholars in six subject categories: English, fine arts, mathematics, science, social studies, and world languages. A school may select one scholar per category, and no student can be selected in more than one category. To reiterate, it's the schools that select these scholars, not the foundation. Once the foundation receives the selections, we ask the students to complete a scholar application. The successful submission of this application is the only requirement to be recognized as a Spokane Scholar. Scholars submit essential components of their academic career, which include transcripts, advanced coursework, academic honors, other achievements within their field, portfolios, test scores, letters of recommendation, and so much more. And we will totally recognize that these applications are rigorous, and it takes a lot of hard work to get them through the door here. And we recognize that our scholars have very rigorous academic schedules, and it's an additional burden on their very busy lives. Or, given the fact that 75% of applications arrive within the last 2 days before the application deadline, perhaps some senioritis might have been involved as well. But in all seriousness, we want to recognize the counselors, the staff, the parents who have supported these scholars in getting these applications in. And as this is a night of recognition, we want to give special recognition to English scholar from Deer Park High School, Delaney Newman, for being our first submission that came through. So Delaney, thank you. Tonight, we are proud to recognize 171 Spokane scholars, our largest cohort to date. Among these 171 scholars, a select few will receive scholar awards. Once the foundation receives these applications, they are given to 6 judging panels, 1 for each subject category. Each panel consists of at least 3 anonymous judges with relevant professional and educational backgrounds in that subject category. They pledge impartiality and focus solely on academic merit, the grades, test scores, portfolios, all the things that were part of that application. Items such as community service or leadership, while very important things, are not part of the judging criteria. The judge's sole focus is on academic merit and performance. For 32 years, we've awarded top scholars in each category at the $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, and $4,000 levels. This year, our 6 major sponsors have stepped up to the plate. And to advance this goal of recognizing as many scholars as we can with the addition of a new $5,000 award category, as earlier mentioned. Tonight, we have $90,000 in checks that are going to be going to our scholars this evening. The foundation is also a proud partner with 14 institutions of higher education, which will match these awards dollar for 1 year. And throughout this entire process, the identities of these award recipients have remained a secret up until just a few minutes from now. So while we do recognize these scholars with their outstanding achievements through these awards, our #1 priority is to celebrate all 171 of the Spokane scholars. Each of you has achieved something remarkable, and we want you to own this recognition. You're not nominees, you're not finalists, nor is this a singular recognition of your senior year. You are Spokane scholars now and forever. And now, scholars, I hope you're paying attention because we're going to give you some instructions for your role tonight. When your subject category is announced, please come up to the stage and line up facing the audience. This year, the categories will be announced in alphabetical order, so you can follow along in your programs so you know which category will come up next. There's no specific order in our lineup. Just make sure you're visible to the audience and fill the stage from end to end, without hiding behind the podiums, of course. We want to see you. We do have an X right in the middle, so that way you will know where to walk to when your name is called. Take a moment, look out to your friends and family. They're the ones that are smiling at you from ear to ear. Make sure you relax as well. When your name is called, step forward to the center of the stage. You'll receive your scholar packet from a board member. Shake their hand, take a photo. Afterwards, you'll return to your spot. To the audience, we kindly ask that you hold your applause till the end of each subject category. We know how excited you are, but we also want to make sure we all get back home for our bedtimes in a good order. And now, without further ado, would the Spokane scholars in the English subject category please come forward to the stage?
Squish on down, guys. Got everybody? It's my privilege tonight to introduce the awards for English, which are funded by STCU Here for Good Foundation. Presenting the scholars in English are Mr. Dan Hansen, Vice President for Communications for STCU, and Mr. Tom Johnson, former STCU CEO, who along with his wife Ruth Ann are longtime individual supporters of the foundation, and we thank you so much for your participation in this. You want to start introducing these young folks?
You bet. This is going to be fun. From North Central, Calliope Carr.
Folks, go ahead and hold your applause so we can get through the names.
From Lakeside, William Conti.
I know you're really proud of these young folks.
From Shadle Park, Danny Cozzetto. From Valley Christian, Isla Efta.
I'm a former teacher. You don't want my stink eye.
From Upper Columbia, Joanna Inikev. From Mount Spokane, Sydney Frost. From Freeman, Aubrey Gregory. From St. Michael's, Nathaniel Heaton. From University, Kirsten Hemingway. From Rogers High School, Mimi Q. From Meade High School, Livia Coe. From West Valley High School, Remy Kozlowski. From Lewis and Clark, Claire Lyle. From East Valley, Kylie Lynch. From Ferris High School, Tayrin McGinn.
From St. George's, Avery McMullen. From the Oaks, Ava Morris. From Deer Park, Delaney Newman. From Liberty, Zoe Omlin. From Chesterton Academy, Charlie O'Rourke. From Northwest Christian, Eden Patini. From Medical Lake, Melissa Plute. From Cheney, Megan Price. From Gonzaga Prep, Caroline St. James. From STEM Academy, Noelle Schultz. From Newport, Olivia Sears. From Ridgeline, Cooper Shad. From Central Valley, Ellie Taylor. From Riverside, Ella Tababin. From the community school, Lydia Young.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, your scholars for 2025 in English. And Now for the announcement of the Scholar Award recipients.
The introduction of the Scholar Award recipients in English will begin with our $1,000 award recipient. With an unshakable dedication to academic excellence, this scholar has earned a perfect 4.0 GPA and is graduating as the valedictorian of their class. A standout on the school's Knowledge Bowl team, they have proven time and again that curiosity, quick thinking, and a love of learning can take a student far. As an AP Scholar with honor, this individual has completed 8 advanced placement courses, an impressive feat in itself, and achieved a perfect score of 5 on the AP Language and Composition exam. Their academic drive doesn't stop at the high school level. This student has also taken on pre-college coursework through the Central Washington University, preparing them for future success in higher education. One of their teachers, clearly inspired, describes this individual as, quote, one of the most avid readers I have ever taught, end quote. With a passion for literature and a clear vision for the future, this scholar plans to pursue a career as an English teacher, hoping to spark in others the same love of learning that has fueled their own journey. Please join us in congratulating our $1,000 Spokane Scholars recipient in English, Melissa Plute from Medical Lake High School. Next is our $2,000 award recipient. This scholar's academic record reads like a blueprint for excellence. With a flawless 4.0 GPA and the distinction of co-valedictorian, they've consistently demonstrated a deep commitment to learning. As a member of the school's Knowledge Bowl team, they bring intellectual curiosity and quick thinking to every challenge. They've taken on the rigorous demands of 8 AP courses, earning recognition as an AP Scholar with honor and achieving a perfect score of 5 on the AP Language and Composition exam. What sets this student apart isn't just achievement, it's artistry. One teacher describes them as a voracious reader, a relentless researcher, and a writer of uncommon precision, going on to call them, quote, one of the most gifted students I have ever taught, end quote. Their passion for language and storytelling doesn't end in the classroom. This scholar aspires to become a developmental editor, working with novelists to shape compelling narratives and bring new voices to life. Tonight, we are proud to recognize this remarkable journey. Please join us in congratulating our $2,000 Spokane Scholars Award recipient in English, Kirsten Hemingway from University High School. On to our $3,000 award recipient. This scholar's resume is nothing short of extraordinary. With a perfect 4.0 GPA and recognition as an AP Scholar with distinction, they have taken on the challenge of 8 AP courses, there seems to be a theme there, and brought the same drive and excellence to each one. As a member of the school's Knowledge Bowl team, they are no stranger to academic rigor and the thrill of intellectual competition. But this student's impact reaches far beyond the classroom. As a student intern at the Spokesman Review, they have already made their mark in journalism, publishing numerous articles, with 11 appearing on the front page. Their passion for writing and communication also shines in their role as editor-in-chief of their school's literary magazine, a position they've held for an impressive 3 years. Not content to stop there, they launched an academic tutoring business in 2022, driven by a commitment to help others succeed. This fall, they will begin a new chapter studying biochemistry and French with a minor in foreign policy. It's our honor to present the $3,000 Spokane Scholars Award in English to Caroline St. James from Gonzaga Prep School.
Okay, next is our $4,000 award recipient. This scholar has spent their high school years not only mastering academics, but also empowering others through leadership and service. With a flawless 4.0, 9 AP courses under their belt, and the designation of AP Scholar of Distinction, their academic record speaks volumes. They also earned a perfect score of 5 on the AP Language and Composition exam, an achievement that reflects their precision with language and strength in critical thinking. Beyond the classroom, this student leads with purpose. As a core leader of Sisters of STEM, they've helped develop curriculum to inspire local middle school students, particularly young women, to explore science and technology. Through Civic Leaders of America, they've brought students together across the region for nonpartisan educational debates, fostering civic awareness and respectful dialogue. Their dedication to learning extends to tutoring peers both in and out of the classroom, always finding time to lift others as they climb. With eyes set on the stars, literally, this scholar plans to study mechanical engineering with a focus on aerospace engineering on a presidential scholarship at Utah State University. Please join us in celebrating our $4,000 Spokane Scholars Award recipient in English, Ellie Taylor from Central Valley High School. Central Valley. And now our first ever $5,000 award recipient in the English category. Some students stand out for their intellect, others for their creativity. And then there are those rare individuals who shine in both. This scholar has achieved a perfect 4.0, is a national merit finalist, and has earned perfect scores on the AP Language and Composition exam, along with 4 additional perfect AP exam scores and on the ACT reading section. But academic mastery is just the beginning. This student is an award-winning poet whose work has received both local and international recognition with numerous publications to their name. Their love for language isn't just personal, it's purposeful. As co-founder and co-president of the Young Poets Workshop, they offer free creative writing seminars to younger students, nurturing the next generation of voices and storytellers. This scholar once wrote, "I firmly believe in the power of words to initiate change," and they seek to, quote, "learn something new from the world every day." That curiosity, paired with a powerful command of the language, has shaped a scholar who is as thoughtful as they are talented. We are proud to present the $5,000 Spokane Scholars Award in English to Meade High School's Livia Coe.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 Scholars in English. Okay, so go ahead off. Would fine arts scholars please take the stage? Go ahead, come on up. Okay, let's squish down this way a little bit. Okay, squish up a little bit so we can get everybody up here.
All right, for the fine arts.
Okay. Presenting the 2025 Scholars in Fine Arts and representing the Holloway Foundation are family members Eric and Gay Schumacher.
Okay, now we go. First one, Alex Bedell, Innovation High School.
Hold your applause.
Oh, sorry.
The rules haven't changed yet.
Katie Bellis, Liberty. Taylor Bowman from Upper Columbia, who sadly is not with us this evening, I believe a late flight or something.
There was a problem with the flight for some of the folks from Upper Columbia Academy. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here, and Taylor is one of those that affected.
Cameron Cummings, Chesterton Academy. Chesterton, sorry guys. There you go. Lynette Dobson, Central Valley. Hadley Forsman, East Valley. Elizabeth Gies, Medical Lake. Annika Hansen, West Valley. Anyaka Hansen, West Valley. Oh, did I say her already? Okay, sorry guys. Anya Harmon, North Valley. Juno Ingram, Ferris. Hawi Jabena, Gonzaga Prep. Jerissa Jones, Lakeside. Autumn Kiani, Valley Christian. Apollo Knight, Cheney. Sarah Love, The Oaks.
Amara Martin, the Community School. Stephen Mulkey, Mead Learning Options. Silas Newton, Northwest Christian. Isaac Ojanus, Mead. Ashley Pione, St. George's. Sawyer Peterson, Mount Spokane. Benjamin Reinecke, University. Trevor Rumpel, Rogers. Christy Spencer, Newport. Robert Strickland, Deer Park. Dashel Stuckey, Lewis and Clark. Quinn Troy, Ridgeline. Parker Vernon, Freeman. Ben Willis, Riverside. And Celeste Wink, Shadle Park.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 Scholars in Fine Arts. And now for the announcement of the Scholar recipient, award recipients.
And now the introduction of the Scholar Award recipients in the Fine Arts subject category, beginning with our $1,000 award recipient. Art is often described as a reflection of discipline and passion, and this scholar embodies both. With a 3.9 GPA and a growing list of accolades recognizing their artistic talent, this student's commitment to their craft is as inspiring as the work they produce. One teacher describes this scholar's abilities as, quote, nothing short of exquisite, unquote, paired with a work ethic that is, quote, truly commendable, unquote. This student paints daily, studies independently, and consistently pushes to refine skills. Whether mastering new techniques or exploring new mediums, this student consistently seeks artistic challenges beyond the classroom walls. Their creativity is matched by initiative. They've actively engaged in the local art community to expand not only their own opportunities, but also those of fellow young artists. This proactive approach to learning and making art has shaped a portfolio that reflects both skill and soul. We are proud to honor this student's talent, drive, and artistic vision. Please join us in congratulating the recipient of the $1,000 Spokane Scholars Award in Fine Arts, Annika Hansen from West Valley High School.
Next, our $2,000 awards recipient. This scholar brings together academic excellence and artistic mastery in a way that is both rare and remarkable. With a perfect 4.0 GPA and a completion of 11 AP courses, their academic achievements speak volumes, but their story doesn't stop at the classroom door. An accomplished performer, this student has earned numerous awards in both music and dance at the local and national competitions alike. As a former member of the Spokane Youth Philharmonic, they've demonstrated a deep commitment to their craft by earning multiple gold and superior ratings at Music Fest. One teacher notes, quote, "This student is incredibly hardworking and passionate. As a musician, they play with a sensitivity to the shape of musical lines and a critical ear for tone," end quote. That balance of discipline and artistry sets this scholar apart. Also a competitive dancer, this scholar has earned a first place award in solo tap and third place in small group tap at the national level. Looking ahead, they hope to study developmental psychology at either University of Washington or the University of San Diego. We are proud to recognize this individual's talent, dedication, and potential. Please join us in congratulating the recipient of the $2,000 Spokane Scholars Award in Fine Arts, Anya Harmon from North Central High School.
Our next Fine Arts Award honors a scholar whose musical talent is matched only by their relentless pursuit of excellence. With a perfect 4.0 GPA and a resume full of honors at local, state, and regional levels, this multi-instrumentalist has distinguished themselves not just through skill, but through artistry, discipline, and heart. Whether this scholar is memorizing complex concertos, preparing college audition materials, or mastering the intricate craft of reed making, this student approaches every challenge with focus and an unwavering standard of excellence. One recommender shared, quote, "In addition to excellence in symphonic performance, this scholar's instincts in chamber music are second to none. As the principal oboist in the Spokane Youth Symphony's chamber program, this scholar has helped bring depth and maturity to small ensembles through their technical precision and tonal lyricism." Another teacher puts it simply, "This scholar is a stellar sight reader and plays with nuances and musicality that are a director's delight. I'm convinced she bleeds music." Please join us in celebrating the $3,000 Spokane Scholars Award recipient in Fine Arts, Autumn Kayani, Valley Christian.
Next to our $4,000 award recipient. This scholar strikes a chord of excellence in every endeavor, academic, artistic, and personal. With a 3.98 GPA and a 1470 SAT score, they've been named a commended National Merit Scholar, recognized as an AP Scholar with distinction, and achieved 10 superior ratings at regional music competitions. Their passion for performance has taken them beyond high school stages as a featured member of the Whitworth University Jazz Orchestra. But it's not just talent that sets this scholar apart, it's the energy they bring to every space. One teacher writes, quote, "Their enthusiasm for music, rehearsal, and performance is contagious in the best way. What's most remarkable isn't just the skill on trombone, but the joy they bring to learning and growing. That joy inspires everyone around them," end quote. Another teacher adds, quote, "It's rare to find a student who shines so brightly in so many areas while being such a wholesome, fun to be around individual." Whether it's in the classroom, at jazz concerts, with the academic team, or even downhill mountain biking, this student never ceases to amaze," end quote. Please join us in celebrating the $4,000 Spokane Scholars Award recipient in Fine Arts, Dashel Stuckey from Lewis and Clark High School.
Finally, our first ever $5,000 award recipient in fine arts. This scholar's excellence reaches across disciplines, merging intellectual rigor with exceptional artistic vision with a perfect 4.0 GPA and an SAT score of 1510. This scholar has been named an AP Scholar with Distinction, and by graduation, this student will have completed 22 advanced courses, including AP Honors, College in the High School, and 2 mathematics courses through Gonzaga University. As a visual artist, this scholar's work has been recognized at the highest levels. Upon winning the prestigious Congressional Art Contest, their art was displayed in the U.S. Capitol for a full year. Locally, they've earned multiple gold and silver awards through the Omnia Art Contest and received perfect scores of 5 on multiple AP art portfolios. One teacher notes, "I've witnessed their remarkable growth as both an artist and a leader, combining meticulous research with bold creativity to produce work that is powerful and deeply meaningful." Headed to Brown University this fall to study biochemistry and applied mathematics, we are thrilled to present the $5,000 Spokane Scholars Award in Fine Arts to Hawe Jebuna from Gonzaga Preparatory School.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 Scholars in Fine Arts. Go ahead and move off. Would the scholars in mathematics please come to the stage?
All right, quick review. You're going to step to the middle here with the X. You're going to smile big at the photographer. If you see friends and family in the audience, give them a wink, and then step back to your spot. My name is Jeff Norton. I'm a member of the board of the Spokane Scholars Foundation. Funding for the Scholar Awards in Mathematics is provided by Hanson Industries, Inc. Presenting the 2025 Spokane Scholars in Mathematics and representing Hanson Industries are Robert and Christiana Boyle. Mr. Boyle is president of Hanson Industries. Mathematics scholars Auna Lazard Perez from the community school and Samuel Asaki from Upper Columbia Academy were unable to attend this evening's banquet. Thank you.
Nick Barnhart, West Valley. Elsa Bertelson, Cheney. Maddie Bowen, Freeman. Ethan Call, Ridgeline. Sam Caraway, Rogers. Michelle Chen, Ferris. Tyson Clark, Medical Lake. Samuel Cummings, Lakeside. Noah Dirks, Lewis and Clark. Quinn Eastman, Riverside. Carson Eichstead, Shadle Park. Landon Hauk, Chesterton Academy. Cole Hauser, Mount Spokane. Claire Human, Gonzaga Prep. Sophia G. Mead. Brennan Jones, Newport. Isaac Kaz, St. George's.
Andrew Lodge, Central Valley. Africa McClintock, STEM Academy. Sammy Palpant, The Oaks. Carson Plow, Deer Park. Zach Sheltert, North Central. Cole Smith, University. Milana Treyscheider, Innovation. Courtney Ward, East Valley. Maggie Wyrick, Northwest Christian.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 Spokane Scholars in the category of mathematics. And now the announcement of the names of our Scholar Award recipients in mathematics.
Captivated by the elegance of the natural world and driven by an insatiable curiosity, our first awardee sees mathematics not just as a subject, but as a lens for understanding life itself. With a 4.4 weighted GPA and a near-perfect SAT score of 1520, including a 770 in math, they have been named a National Merit Semifinalist and an AP Scholar with Distinction. They have completed 11 AP courses, earning perfect scores on every exam to date. Their passion for STEM extends beyond the classroom. This scholar won first place at the Washington State Science and Engineering Fair and competed in the National Science Bowl, demonstrating both depth and range in their scientific pursuits. One math teacher writes, "This is one of the most brilliant math students I've ever taught, and one of the few whose passion for the subject rivals my own. This scholar has mastered pre-calculus, AP Calculus BC, and multivariate calculus with ease. They are never satisfied simply knowing how a concept works, always wanting to understand why." With plans to major in applied mathematics at a four-year university, this scholar is just getting started. Please join us in congratulating the $1,000 Spokane Award recipient in mathematics, Zach Schulchert from North Central High. On to our $2,000 award recipient. Some students impressed with their intellect, others with their character. This scholar stands out for both. Known for exceptional mathematic ability, unshakable integrity, and a work ethic that is second to none, they bring deep intellectual curiosity to every challenge. With a weighted GPA of 4.5 and success in 14 AP courses, they've earned the title of AP Scholar with Distinction and are widely recognized as a standout among their peers. But this student doesn't just learn math, they teach it. As an instructor at Mathnasium, they bring patience, creativity, and empathy to their work, developing original lesson material so precise and effective that their own teacher uses them as answer keys. That same teacher shared, "What truly sets this scholar apart is their precision and reliability. If they ever miss a test question, which is rare, I double-check my own answer key." Another teacher simply calls them the epitome of the Spokane scholar. With a passion for both mathematics and physics, this scholar will be continuing their journey at the University of Washington College of Engineering. Please join us in celebrating the $2,000 Spokane Scholars Award in Mathematics, Noah Dirks, Lewis and Clark High School. Now to our $3,000 award recipient. For this scholar, mathematics is more than a subject. It is a source of fascination and a way to see the world more clearly. With a flawless 4.0 GPA, national merit semifinalist status, and an outstanding SAT score of 1560, including a 780 in math, this student has distinguished themselves as one of the region's top academic performers. The scholar has completed 15 AP courses and gone even further by taking 3 advanced mathematics classes at Gonzaga University. A decorated competitor in state and local math contests, they also lead as captain of their school's math team, serving as ASB treasurer and a tutor peers in calculus. The scholar's impact stretches far beyond their own school. This student volunteers with World Relief, tutoring refugee students in math, and supports youth by helping run local elementary and middle school math competitions. One teacher shares, "This scholar is a phenomenal problem solver, a superb analytical thinker, and one of the most naturally gifted mathematicians I've ever taught. There really is no comparison. If math is the study of patterns to improve efficiency, then her picture belongs next to that definition." Please join us all in congratulating the $3,000 Spokane Scholar Award recipient in mathematics to Sophie G. from Meade High School. I mispronounced her name. It's Sophia. Sorry about that. Few students combine raw talent with relentless curiosity, quite like our $4,000 awardee. With a perfect 4.0 GPA and an SAT score of 1530, including a flawless 800 in math, this scholar has demonstrated a deep and lasting love for mathematics. They've earned a perfect 5s in all their AP exams and have already completed 12 college-level courses at Eastern Washington University and currently enrolled in continuous functions in geometry. One teacher describes this student's competitive spirit and sharp problem-solving skills as remarkable, pointing to their consistent success in the Math is Cool program. This scholar is a state champion and 6-time state placer, earning first or second place in regional and state competitions every year since the 5th grade. The scholar states that they are proudest of being the team leader of the Math is Cool Club, helping younger students grow their own confidence and skills in math. A teacher with over 25 years of experience put it simply, this is one of the most intelligent students I have ever taught. Please join us in congratulating the $4,000 Spokane Award recipient in mathematics, Cole Hauser, Mount Spokane. Our final mathematics award goes to a scholar whose passion for numbers is as profound as it is infectious. A self-described massive nerd who began studying calculus at the age of 12 and has been exploring advanced math problems since the 5th grade. This student embodies the spirit of lifelong learning. A National Merit Finalist and class valedictorian, this scholar holds a 4.0 GPA and earned a perfect SAT score of 1600. Their academic resume includes 2 AP math courses with perfect scores of 5 and 5 college-level math classes through Eastern Washington University, earning straight A's across 29 credits. In their free time, they enjoy solving problems involving partial differential equations and applying complex analysis tools like the residue theorem, just for fun. An EW math professor shared, in more than a decade of teaching, the student earned the highest course score in linear algebra I've ever seen. I gave him a graduate level problem I struggled with myself, and I wasn't surprised to hear they'd already solved it. Their high school teacher adds, this is the finest math mind our school has seen in quite some time. With dreams of working in mathematical research or applied fields like clean energy, or at the Jet Propulsion Laboratories, the scholar also gives back, coaching an elementary math is cool team. Please join us in celebrating the $5,000 Spokane Scholars Award in Mathematics to Andrew Lodge, Central Valley.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for all of the 2025 Spokane Scholars in Mathematics. And now, would the scholars in the category of science please come forward? The 2025 awards in the academic category of science are underwritten by the Dennis and Norma Jean Hansen Family Foundation. Presenting on behalf of the Hansen family are Mr. Matt Hansen and United States Representative Michael Baumgartner. Representative Baumgartner continues a long tradition of District 5 congressional participation at our banquet, including his predecessors, Representatives Thomas Foley, George Nethercutt, and Kathy McMorris Rogers.
Thank you. Not to mention that I have 5 kids in Spokane schools and aspire to be one of you proud parents in the audience one day. To begin, Mr. Preston Arnold of Valley Christian High School.
Sam Barkley, Northwest Christian.
Sawyer Barton, Deer Park High School.
Lily Chrisman, STEM Academy.
Vance Coyner, Freeman High School.
Audacia Gardner, Medical Lake.
Colson Grote, Shadle Park High School.
Lena Harless, East Valley.
Isaac Hiwa, Mount Spokane High School.
Dolan Howard, Central Valley.
Oliver Ling, St. George's High School.
David Matthews, Riverside.
Hong Yi Mei, Cheney High School.
Amanda Nguyen, Lewis and Clark High School.
Macy Osborne, West Valley High School.
Ananya Parlapar E, Ferris.
Hasti Rasuli, Ridgeline High School.
Ryder Riddles, Newport.
Izzy Schlettert, North Central High School.
Catherine Chevelle, Upper Columbia.
Sam Skidmore, University High School.
Carly Teagues, Liberty High School.
Luke Tremblay, Lakeside High School.
Peter Ukrainets, Chesterton Academy.
Tyler Van Deventer, Meade High School.
Beatrice Weens, The Oaks.
Simon Yan, Gonzaga Prep.
And Yaley Ying, Rogers High School.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the 2025 Spokane Scholars in the category of Science. Now for the announcement of the names of our Scholar Award recipients in the Science category.
Our first scholar awardee embodies the spirit of scientific exploration, combining technical brilliance, leadership, and a deep sense of purpose. With a perfect 4.0 GPA and 9 AP courses under their belt, this student has also led their school's robotics team to 3 consecutive Washington State championships and was one of just 4 individuals selected to represent the state at the Robotics World Championships. Their innovations include developing vision-backed tracking systems for autonomous robots, just one example of the groundbreaking work they've already contributed. But their impact reaches far beyond competition. This scholar has created and taught online science and math courses to more than 70 refugee students. Described by a teacher as, quote, one of the most talented, driven, and intellectually curious science students I have ever encountered, this student also founded their school's first and only chapter of a national STEM empowerment program and was named a First Tech Challenge Dean's List finalist. Balancing scientific achievement with a passion for environmental sustainability, this scholar puts its best, quote, whether I'm leading a team, solving a problem, or exploring a new trail, I'm always looking for the next challenge. And they will certainly be challenged as a direct admit to the computer science program at the University of Washington this fall. Please join us in congratulating the $1,000 Spokane Scholars Award recipient in science, Hasti Rasuli from Ridgeline High School.
On to the $2,000 award recipient. This next scholar blends scientific talent with a spark of humor and humility, describing themselves as having notable skills in starting projects that are never finished and procrastinated until the last possible second. And yet their accomplishments tell quite a different story. A national merit commended scholar with a perfect 4.0 GPA and a 1550 SAT score. This student was recognized with the Xerox Award for Innovation and Information Technology from the University of Rochester. Their passion for science led them to assist with breast cancer research at the Washington State University of Medicine, exploring the impact of antibiotics on cancer cell growth. That early work became the foundation for a senior thesis on the effect of ribosome-targeting antibiotics on breast cancer cell proliferation. Teachers describe this student as someone who goes above and beyond on every project. Whether investigating algae growth in response to pH changes or exploring electrolyte concentration in galvanic cells. One teacher writes, intellectual maturity, innovative thinking, and a clear desire to use knowledge for the greater good are what makes this student so deserving. Please join us in congratulating the $2,000 Spokane Scholars Award in Science to Oliver Ling from St. George's School.
Now on to our $3,000 award recipient. With a weighted GPA of 4.39, a 1530 SAT score, and the title of AP Scholar with Distinction, this scholar has mastered one of the most rigorous academic paths available. But it's not just their intellect that sets them apart. It is their extraordinary passion for research, medicine, and scientific discovery. One teacher writes, quote, what truly distinguishes this student is their unwavering commitment to scientific inquiry, their ability to conduct independent research, navigate complex medical environments, and engage meaningfully in advanced research settings at such a young age is nothing short of extraordinary. This scholar conducted research on drug metabolism at Washington State University, contributing to a project being presented at the Eastern Washington Regional Science and Engineering Fair. They also earned the Yale Science and Engineering Association Award for a project identifying harmful bacteria in local water sources. One scientist mentor noted, they quickly grasped complex biomechanical concepts and mastered lab techniques with a precision far beyond what's expected of high school students. Please join us in congratulating the $3,000 Spokane Awards recipient in science, Unanya Parlupali from Ferris High School.
On to the $4,000 award recipient. This scholar's scientific journey began in 5th grade with a paper airplane experiment to determine which type of paper would fly the furthest. From this early days of curiosity, their trajectory has only soared higher. This scholar is an AP scholar with a distinction and holder of a 4.45 weighted GPA. A finalist in the Regeneration International Science and Engineering Fair, this scholar developed a deep learning AI algorithm to diagnose hypertrophic cardiomyopathy in student athletes, a remarkable contribution to heart health and early detection. Their research portfolio also includes published work on protein aggregation and its role in ALS progression, as well as independent research at the WSU Molecular Modeling Lab, exploring the potential of stevia as an anti-cancer treatment. Having remarkably received appointments in the U.S. Military Academy, the U.S. Navy Academy, and the U.S. Air Force Academy, this service-minded scholar has committed to the U.S. Air Force Academy and looks forward to becoming a cadet in the pre-health professions program with hopes to continue on to medical school to become a flight surgeon. Please join us in celebrating the $4,000 Spokane Scholars Award in Science presented to Amanda Nguyen from Lewis and Clark High School.
And finally, our $5,000 award recipient. With a remarkable 4.1 weighted GPA, this scholar has completed 19 AP honors and collegiate level courses, earning the distinction of AP Scholar with Distinction and scoring an impressive 1510 on the SAT. While working as a research intern at the Harper Center Institute at Notre Dame, this scholar designed and built a bioreactor to enhance the production of nanoparticles used in delivering cancer-fighting therapies, cutting-edge work with powerful clinical potential. And long before that, as a sophomore, this scholar had already qualified for the IAC Science B National Championships. One teacher writes, quote, "This student has unique talent for explaining complex scientific ideas with clarity and persuasion, whether discussing breakthroughs in biotechnology or building compelling arguments on global issues. They have a gift for making science accessible and meaningful." This scholar has also taken that voice to the public stage, serving as Master of Ceremony at a town hall where he educated 4 Washington State representatives on the ecological salmon decline. With college acceptance to both West Point and the University of Notre Dame, this scholar has committed to Notre Dame and will study chemical and biomolecular engineering. We are honored to present the $5,000 Spokane Award Scholar in Science to Simon Yan from Gonzaga Preparatory School.
Ladies and gentlemen, a final round of applause for the 2025 Spokane Scholars in the category of Science. And now will the 2025 Scholars in Social Studies please come forward.
Good evening. My name is Eric Johnson, and I'm a co-founder of the Spokane Scholars Foundation and a past president. And it's my privilege to be the, quote, captain of the presentation of social studies. I want to tip this group off that it is okay to smile more than once, okay? You can smile during the whole introduction. The academic category of social studies is underwritten by Stacy and Ann Coles of the Coles Family Fund. Presenting the 2025 Spokane Scholars in Social Studies are Stacy and Ann Coles. Mr. Coles is publisher of the Spokesman Review and president of the Coles Company. Ms. Coles is a long-standing community volunteer with meaningful regional activity. Please.
And here we go.
Before you begin, I do have an announcement to make. I should. That's that both Tyler Holm of Upper Columbia Academy and Robert DeForest of St. George's were unable to attend this evening. Thank you.
Well, we'll start with Hassan Al-Hassani, Mead Learning Options. Lola Bruger, Riverside. Josephine Davis, Shadle Park. Robert DeForest is not here. Adam Edwards of Lakeside. Preston Eigenhouse, Freeman. Catherine Fromhers, the Community School. Mitchell Hannigan, Liberty. Megan Hay, Ferris. Job Hill, Valley Christian. Tyler Holm is not here. Erica Hughes, St. Michael's. Chloe Hunsaker, West Valley. Katie Larmore, Central Valley.
Go, Katie!
Shh. Sam Malloy, STEM Academy. Gabby Ornelas, Medical Lake.
Allie Page, Lewis and Clark. Gurnahal Faguhara, Cheney. Christopher Rowe, Ridgeline. Addie Russell, Deer Park. Jacob Sarkis, Gonzaga Prep. David Shug, Chesterton Academy. Eric Schwartz, University. Preston Snyder, Mount Spokane. Joseph Spooler, Northwest Christian. Lorelei Taylor, East Valley. Ryan Tolley, Rogers. Atasha Velarde, North Central. Chase Warren, Newport. David Went, The Oaks. And Samantha Werner, Mead.
Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing and outstanding 2025 Scholars in Social Studies. Now the names of the Spokane Scholar Award recipients in social studies.
So the first recipient actually is our $1,000 award winner in social studies is a student whose intellect is matched only by their engagement with the world around them. Described by one teacher as the kind of student who not only seeks knowledge but also actively applies it. This scholar elevates every classroom conversation with insightful observations and critical thought. An international baccalaureate candidate, this student has earned A's in 6 IB courses and scored in the 99th percentile on the SAT while maintaining a perfect 4.0 GPA. Their academic record is impressive, but it's their intellectual curiosity and commitment to the real-world relevance that truly sets them apart. A faculty member notes that this student's IB economics assessment and extended essays reflect extraordinary ability to wrestle with complex issues, from China's retaliatory tariffs on French cognac to cost analyses of minimum wage legislation in California. As a member of the Cum Laude Society, their work reflects not only precision but perspective. Another teacher shares this student is not only an exceptional scholar, but a thoughtful and engaged participant, always eager to challenge ideas and propose solutions and contribute to meaningful discussion. Sadly, this recipient, Robert DeFrost from St. George's, is not here. The recipient of the $2,000 award in social studies is a scholar whose intellect doesn't rest in theory alone, but consistently pushes toward understanding and action. With a perfect 4-point GPA and a remarkable 4.6 weighted GPA, this student also earned a 35 on the ACT and achieved perfect scores of 5 on 2 AP history exams, earning recognition as an AP scholar with honor. One history teacher describes this scholar's mind as deep thinking, information applying, and action-oriented. That approach extends far beyond the classroom. During a medical mission to Guatemala, this student volunteered as an interpreter, gaining firsthand insight into the challenges faced by underserved communities. Back at home, this student applied academic curiosity in unexpected ways, running mock simulations of presidential elections, using alternative systems like proportional and district-based electoral college models. These self-designed experiments stemmed from a classroom discussion and blossomed into hands-on inquiry into democracy itself. Another teacher notes, this scholar doesn't just engage with controversial world affairs in class, they carry that conversation into the hallways, other classes, and everyday life. What sets them apart is not only their clarity of thought, but their drive to act on what they learn. Please join us in congratulating the $2,000 Spokane Scholars Award in Social Studies, Jacob Sarkis from Gonzaga Preparatory School.
The recipient of the $3,000 Spokane Scholars Award in Social Studies is a student whose brilliance is matched only by humility, character, and a genuine passion for learning. With a perfect 4.0 GPA and a near-perfect SAT score of 1580, this scholar has already been distinguished as a National Merit Commended Scholar, a KSPS Spokane Civics Bowl champion, and a Knowledge Bowl state champion. This scholar is currently participating in the Running Start program at Eastern Washington University, maintaining a 4.0 college GPA while pursuing a demanding academic schedule. Additionally, this student has also been recognized as a candidate for the prestigious United States Presidential Scholar for Overall Achievement Award. One teacher shares, "This is one of the most intelligent, capable, and high-achieving students I have ever encountered. An individual who brings intellect, leadership, and integrity to everything they do." Another teacher adds, "This student's drive isn't fueled by grades or accolades, but by a pursuit of personal excellence. To have a conversation with him is to be in the presence of absolute brilliance." Please join us in honoring the $3,000 Spokane Scholars Award recipient in Social Studies, Mitchell Hannigan from Liberty High School. Our next Social Studies Award recipient has been described as truly one of the bright stars of this generation. With an unwavering commitment to learning, service, and building community, this scholar has distinguished themselves not only by academic excellence, but also by compassion and leadership. This scholar holds a perfect 4.0 GPA and a 4.53 weighted GPA, all while excelling in one of the most rigorous academic schedules. This scholar earned scores of 4 and 5 on 5 AP history exams, scored in the 98th percentile on the SAT, and is recognized as an AP scholar with distinction. Their passion for global engagement earned them a finalist position in international diplomacy in Spanish at the Thomas S. Foley Debate Tournament in 2024. This scholar's teachers describe the student as a bridge builder, helping others overcome language barriers, supporting students of all ages in their academic journeys, and fostering inclusive spaces for all. Their work with the Hispanic Honor Society earned her the Chase Youth Award for Cultural Awareness. One AP teacher writes, "I have no doubt she will go on to do great things for our country and deserves the highest recognition." Please join us in congratulating the $4,000 Spokane Scholars Award recipient in Social Studies, Megan Hay from Ferris High School. Our final recipient in the category of Social Studies earned a perfect 4.0 GPA and has taken on a demanding academic schedule, including 15 AP classes. This student earned a 35 on the ACT, scored in the 99th percentile nationally on the SAT, and achieved perfect 5s on 3 AP history exams, including World History, U.S. History, and Government and Politics. Several of these AP test achievements were accomplished during this student's freshman and sophomore years. This scholar is also a National Merit Commended Scholar. This student describes themselves as a dreamer, a realist, a hard worker, and an occasional procrastinator, reflecting, "My life has been defined by failures and successes, dreams that didn't come true, and greater things that came along later." One AP teacher shares that this student is remarkable not just for what they know, but for their willingness to question societal values, including their own, in pursuit of deeper understanding. This student's teachers admire their self-awareness and openness to other worldviews, describing them as someone who truly embodies the heart of social studies, understanding that the world is bigger than ourselves. We are very proud to present the $5,000 Spokane Scholars Award in Social Studies to Katie Larimore from Central Valley High School.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us celebrate the 2025 Spokane Scholars in Social Studies. To the left and to the right. Congratulations. Will the 2025 Spokane Scholars in World Languages please come forward? The awards in world languages, our final academic category for recognition, are underwritten by the Dr. Hampton Irwin Family Foundation. Dr. Irwin was a friend of mine. I worked with him. He was an obstetrician gynecologist, and he many nights at banquets presented scholars such as this. Tonight, we are honored to have his grandson here. Colin Fern will be presenting on behalf of his late grandfather. Presenting as well are Mr. William Orrick of the William and Danette Orrick Family Fund and Mr. Jeff Gibson, Executive Vice President of Pyrotech. Paulo Gomez of Upper Columbia Academy was unable to attend this evening's banquet. A parenthetical comment by me first. The banquet tonight is an epitome of family legacy, of giving. The Holloway family, the Coles family, the Hampton Irwin family. These are donations that have occurred over decades and decades. And I look to you, scholars, for some time for it to be your turn. If not here in Spokane, then someplace, that you will create an organization like this and then underwrite it. Now to the presentation.
Thank you, Eric. Heidi Baldwin, Riverside. Savvy Briseno, St. George's. Ryan Bush, Mount Spokane. Lucas Kachow, Lewis and Clark. Hiram Call, University. Aiden Cashman, Chesterton. Devin Conlon, Ferris. Owen Felt, Meade. Paloma Ford, Central Valley. Paloa Gomez, Upper Columbia, was not able to be with us tonight. Riley Hayes, West Valley. Eva Ayanelli, North Central. Teresa Johnson, Cheney.
Evelyn Kelly, Gonzaga Prep. Lexi Kennedy, Freeman. Rayanna Layton, Medical Lake. Julia Meyer, The Oaks. Dylan McDermott, Ridgeline. Abby McSpadden, Rogers. Kaylee Orino, Northwest Christian. Joseph Perkins, Shadle Park. Kaylee Ryder, Deer Park. Sarah Surprise, East Valley. And Cecilia Trudeau, Lakeside.
Ladies and gentlemen, the inspiring 2025 Spokane Scholars in World Languages.
Thanks, guys. Now we get to land the plane tonight with world languages. Our first award recipient in world languages brings not only academic excellence to the table, but a deep and genuine love for language. With a weighted GPA of 4.5 and an SAT score of 1410, this scholar has balanced a rigorous course load, including 15 AP classes, with a heart for learning and leading. Their journey began with a single spark, reading the classic Count of Monte Cristo, originally written in French. What began as a curiosity quickly became a passion. That passion grew into leadership, tutoring, and ultimately the presidency of both the French Club and the French Honor Society. An AP Scholar with distinction and a 2025 summa cum laude graduate, this scholar is also the president of the Photography Club, a talented pianist, and someone who finds balance paddling across quiet water on a paddleboard. With plans to continue studying French at the collegiate level, this scholar represents both the beauty of the language and the power of dedication. Please join us in congratulating the $1,000 Spokane Scholars Award recipient in World Languages, Devin Compton from Ferris High School. Our next award recipient in the World Languages category exemplifies the discipline, drive, and vision that define Spokane Scholars. With a weighted GPA of 4.5 and an SAT score of 1420, this student has taken on one of the most demanding academic paths, excelling every step of the way, including enrollment in 8 AP classes and 7 classes at Eastern Washington. This scholar has earned top scores of 4s and 5s on 4 AP exams so far, all the while balancing a rigorous load of AP and college-level coursework. In the area of Spanish language studies, they have demonstrated not just a mastery, but a passion, a commitment to learning that reaches far beyond the classroom. With an eye toward the future, this student plans to study business administration and Spanish in college with an ambitious goal to become a front office executive for a Major League Baseball team. It's a path that perfectly blends analytical skill, cultural fluency, and leadership potential. Please join us in congratulating the $2,000 Spokane Scholars Award recipient in World Languages, Ryan Bush from Mount Spokane High. The recipient of this year's $3,000 award in World Languages is not only an exceptional student and class valedictorian, but also a passionate leader, mentor, and role model in the community. One Spanish teacher writes that this student has been a stellar Spanish student from day one of their freshman year, with a weighted 4.4 GPA and perfect scores throughout 6 years of Spanish studies, including AP Spanish and a 200-level coursework at EWU. This scholar has truly mastered the language. They have been officially certified as bilingual in Spanish, earning the Washington State Seal of Biliteracy, and have been recognized as an AP Scholar with distinction. As highlighted in a letter of recommendation from their principal, this student is the most dedicated student I've ever had in my 32-year teaching career.
This scholar has been accepted into the Architectural Studies program at the University of Washington and hopes to study in Western Europe to further immerse themselves in Spanish language and culture. Please join us in celebrating the $3,000 Spokane Scholars Award in World Languages, Joseph Perkins from Shadle Park High. The recipient of our $4,000 award in world languages is a truly exceptional and multifaceted scholar, someone whose passion for language, music, arts, and culture shines through in everything that they do. With a weighted GPA of 4.44 and an outstanding SAT score of 1530, this AP scholar with distinction earned the Washington State Seal of Biliteracy in Spanish in 2023. As well, the student has taken 13 AP classes and earned a 5 on the AP Spanish language exam in their junior year. Beyond their own academic achievement, this scholar has used their skills to support others, serving as an interpreter for ESL classmates and fostering inclusive communication within their school community. But these talents don't stop at language. A gifted musician, she earned a scholarship from the Johnson Fix Foundation to attend the prestigious Aspire program at the Berklee College of Music. This scholar's dedication is evident in every pursuit. One teacher shared, "What sets this scholar apart is their unparalleled work ethic. It's routine to see the student arriving early to add extra annotations to their homework or continuing thoughtful discussions long after the final bell." With their next chapter beginning at Stanford University, we're thrilled to celebrate the $4,000 Spokane Scholars Award in World Languages recipient, Eva E. Anelli from North Central High School. And finally, while all of our Spokane scholars are extraordinary, this year's top honoree in world languages stands out in remarkable ways. It's with great pride that we present our first ever $5,000 award in this category to a scholar whose intellectual depth, passion for ancient language, and commitment to excellence have truly set them apart. With a weighted GPA of 4.57 and an SAT score of 1520, this scholar has achieved perfect scores of 5 on 4 AP exams, earning recognition as both an AP scholar with honor and a National Merit Commended Scholar. This scholar's dedication to the study of Latin is nothing short of inspiring. While self-studying for the National Latin exam, this student earned Summa and Maxima cum laude distinctions for 3 consecutive years, placing among the top 10% of Latin students in the nation. Due to a scheduling conflict for 4th-year high school Latin, this scholar instead pursued advanced coursework at Gonzaga University, analyzing ancient texts, wall inscriptions, and the poetry of Catullus and Virgil, with the depth of a college scholar. Next year at the University of Notre Dame, our $5,000 scholar will no doubt continue her amazing success in academia, and we wish Evelyn Kelly from the Gonzaga Prep School the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, big applause for the 2025 Spokane Scholars in World Languages.
All right, take a deep breath. There's a minute 10 left on the clock. The other team's out of timeouts. We're in the victory formation. We just got to take a couple knees here, and we're going to be out of here in a minute, I promise. Thank you, everyone, for attending this evening. A couple other items before we go. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention our great banquet coordinator, Mary Ann, has put together on the back side of the room on each spot, you'll see there's a pull-down banner with the Spokane Scholars logo, just kind of roped off. It's a great photo opportunity for the scholars and their parents and the schools before we leave, so please take advantage of that. Also like to honor a couple more people that are integral to our organization. If you noticed before the banquet this year, if you checked our website, we have a completely new website. It got put together by an associate professor of design, Travis Massengale at Eastern Washington University, and one of his students, Emily Herbert, who did this as a labor of love for free for us to redesign our website. So we're very appreciative of that. And then I'd also like to recognize, as Eric mentioned earlier, really the foundation, although the board members, we do put in a lot of time and we all really enjoy our service to the board. This is really a community event. The board can't do it on our own, and we get such support from the schools, the parents, the counselors, the administrators. You know, this is one more thing they have to do on their to-do list, and they do a great job for us. We have private donors that have donated to the foundation for decades that we're incredibly appreciative of. It allows us to award these financial awards at the end of every banquet. Every year we get great participation from our local government leaders. Congressman Baumgardner is here this evening. We've had great participation from all of our congressional representatives regardless of party. It's great for us, great for the organization. And we also get great involvement and participation from our military services, including Fairchild Air Force Base. So we did want to especially recognize Lieutenant Colonel Felix Elis, commander of the 92nd Medical Group Operations Squadron of Fairchild Air Force Base. He's one of our distinguished guests here. And I was told that Lieutenant Colonel will be retiring next month after 40 years of distinguished medical service, military service, and we're just very appreciative of Fairchild and his involvement in the organization. So, thank you. So could the 2025 Spokane Scholars please stand? So, once again, as a board, we want to reiterate that every single person in attendance this evening who's a scholar is a Spokane Scholar, not just the award recipients. I know the board's grateful, your parents are grateful, your schools are grateful for all your service and your 4 hard years of high school. We wish you the best on your next journey, and we hope that you remember Spokane, you remember the foundation, and you pay it forward going forward. Thank you, everyone. Drive safely.